now tuned into the greatest.
The Run with Manny Wilson podcast.
The Manny Wilson podcast.
The best sports podcast there is.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson, the best sports podcast there is, all the way from Detroit to Chicago to your speakers and headphones. We have a great episode on today of May 5th, 2022. And I just got to mention real quick because it really pains me to say this. But you know, okay, so every week I record a podcast, or two of them. I record 2 episodes every week, every Monday. What is it, Monday? Every Monday and every Thursday. Y'all getting new episodes. But man, let me tell you. So today's Thursday. I'm recording. Or I thought I was recording. Run through the whole entire episode. Just ran through the entire episode of The Run and everything we got going on today. But not one single thing recorded. Oh my gosh, that hurts so bad. It really hurts because it was a great episode. But you know what? We're still gonna get this out for y'all. I don't want to get too much into the topics or anything because you know I like to touch on the news before we actually start the show. So with that being said, let's go ahead and run over to some news for May 5th, 2022. All right, and kicking it off with Tyler Herro of the Miami Heat. He's won the 6th Man of the Year award just as we predicted. So great job for Tyler Herro, definitely well deserved. We called it, man. We called it. I should have pulled up the receipts, but you know what? You can go back and listen. It's all good. It's all good. All right, but the NBA, they suspend Memphis Grizzlies' Dillon Brooks for Game 3 due to his hard flagrant foul in Game 2 on Gary Payton Jr. And here's what Steve Kerr had to say about that hard foul flagrant call in Game 2.
I don't know if it was intentional, but it was dirty. And, you know, playoff basketball it's supposed to be physical. You know, everybody's going to compete. Everybody's going to fight for everything. But there's a code in this league. There's a code that players follow where you never put a guy's season/career in jeopardy by taking somebody out in midair and clubbing him across the head.
All right, and as for Gary Payton Jr., he's expected to miss about a month with a fractured elbow. All right, and Draymond Green, he was fined $25,000 for flipping off the Memphis Grizzlies fan at the end of this game in Game 2 on Tuesday. This Game 2 was crazy. It was really crazy to watch. And a lot of the stuff they didn't show on TV, it was a quick glimpse. But Draymond Green, he had something to say about that as well. So let's go ahead and hear him. And I challenge you really quick. Try and put together what he says in this first 5 seconds. Now, we'll give him credit. We'll cut him some slack because he was a little distraught. You know, he got hit in the eye, all of that. But try and figure out what he said in the first few seconds of this clip as I play it. This is him talking about his fine and flipping the bird to the Memphis Grizzlies.
Boot somebody who get elbowed in the eye and face running on blood, you should get flipped off. So I'll take the fine. I'll go do an appearance and make up the money. But it felt really good to flip them off. If you're gonna boo someone that get elbowed in the eye and blood running down your face, I could have had a concussion or anything. So if they're gonna be that nasty, I can be nasty too. And I'm assuming the cheers was because they know I'll get fined. Great, I make $25 million a year. I should be just fine.
Man, you gotta love Draymond Green. You gotta love Draymond Green. But anyway, yeah, man, Game 3 will take place in Golden State on Saturday, May 7th. So that's going to be extremely interesting. There's a lot of tension built up, and they're going to be missing players due to injuries and due to sitting out. So it's going to be crazy. But moving on, the Miami Heat, they beat down on the Philadelphia 76ers 119-103 in Game 2. And they take a commanding lead in the series, leading 2-0. All right, in the 76ers in last night's matchup, they shot horrible from deep from the three-point line. They finished shooting 8 for 38 from the three-point line, which is absolutely tragic. And now people are starting to doubt the 76ers' chances of possibly winning a game this series, yet alone bringing home the series for good. But I agree. Philly just does not have enough. They just do not have enough. They already lacked depth and personnel when Joel Embiid was healthy. And now that he's out, it just tears them apart. They just lost the heart and soul of their team. It was okay when he was healthy because he was just that damn good. But with him on the floor, the interior, with him out and not on the floor, the interior defense I see, whack. Team depth, still whack. The intensity on the floor, whack. Effort on the floor, whack. Leadership on the floor, whack. I'm not seeing anything that impresses me at all from the Philadelphia 76ers outside of Tyrese Maxey and Tobias Harris. Those are the only two guys that's really stepping up big time and playing like they still have a chance or still have something to prove in terms of winning this series. Because the former MVP, James Harden, I have not seen anything impressive for him. And there's always been that narrative of, oh yeah, well, you know, James Harden disappears come playoff time. This is the perfect time for him to change that narrative. And because you look at his numbers in 2017, they was inconsistent during any elimination games and shooting from the three-point line. They was inconsistent then. 2018, still inconsistent. You look at his game last night in game 2, inconsistent from the three-point line. He shot 1 for 3 from the three-point line, 6 for 15 in total. Game 1, 2 for 7 from the three-point line, 5 for 13 in total. And it's like, okay, we get you can distribute and that helps. But James, we need you to score the ball. We need you to be effective and lead by example. We need you to multitask, distribute and score. You have to pick up more of a role and do more on the floor without Joel Embiid being there for you. It's no way they're going to win this series. And despite the inconsistency in Houston, we saw a killer. We saw an aggressive killer in Houston. Based on the eye test, he was quicker and he was more focused on scoring rather than distributing the ball like he does now. But there's a reason for this. There's a reason for this because it's slightly different this time around now that he's with the 76ers. We know he can distribute the ball like hell, but there's a reason we don't see as many step back threes as we once seen when he was in Houston. And let me tell you something, it's a combination of him being out of shape and the mindset of him playing more passive because of being out of shape. Because Harden game, it was more predictable than ever back in 2017 and 18. We knew all he wanted to do was dribble, step back, shoot. That was the most predictable thing we knew was going to happen during the playoffs, regular season, and any point of time during his game. But it was a reason no one could stop it. Because he had the quickness. He had the quickness to beat you off the dribble, step back and shoot a ball. And if you jump it, he had the quickness to go around you, regardless of how great of a defender you were. But now he's not as quick, which makes it very difficult for him to score the ball off the dribble. Because he's not as quick. He can't get around people as much. And now that people have that knowledge of, oh yeah, he wants to do a step back, it's easier to jump and recover if he tries to go around you. It's easier to get a hand up and predict that he's about to do a step back than it was before. Because as much as he's shooting threes now and he's still not making them, it's a difference in the look when you look at it from an eye test. And there's only a few reasons. Why he would even go away and shy away from scoring the ball, being a scorer, and in a time where he needs to score the ball. There's only a few. And one is either the coach asked you to go ahead, distribute the ball for the team and get everyone involved, or you're getting double teamed, or you're just plain out fatigued. It's second nature when you're fatigued to just start playing passive, regardless of the role that you have, whether you're a rebounder, whether you're a defender, whether you're a shooter. It's just common nature to want to get some rest if you're fatigued, because I don't see James Harden getting double teamed. I didn't witness that whenever I was watching these Miami Heat games. And as far as Doc Rivers, I'm sure he wants him to get the team involved, but damn it, we need you to score. I'm sure he wants him to score the damn ball too. It's the fatigue. James Harden is still out of shape, so blame the hamstring as much as you wanted to, but he's been playing for a couple months now. And at this point, James Harden, he should be more than well rested and more than recovered and in basketball shape. Because at this time, it's looking bad for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's looking really, really bad. And as a friend of mine would say, it's steep. It's getting real steep. But if they continue to play like this, the Miami Heat is about to get them boys going in 4. And I'm a firm believer, yes, the Miami Heat is wrapping this up in 4 games. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and move forward. We're going to take a quick break here. And then we got some memory lane coming up. Going on with a crucial moment from memory lane. Going back to what year were we going? 2015. So as we take this break, think about where we might go in this 2015 season as we take a trip down memory lane. But let's go ahead and jump into a quick break. Now, you know, just because you're busy doesn't mean you got to be stressed. I'm crazy busy right there with you, but it can be easier. Next time you're on a run, just make it more fun and listen to The Run with Manny Wilson.
Memory lane.
All right, and what's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson. We're taking a trip down memory lane, going all the way back to 2015, Game 3 of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Chicago Bulls and the Cleveland Cavaliers. The game between 2 MVPs, Derrick Rose and LeBron James. Derrick Rose, he finished with an iconic buzzer beater to win Game 3 at home in Chicago against the Cleveland Cavaliers in round 2 of the playoffs. So we'll jump around because there was a few empty possessions, but we'll start from about 4 minutes left in the game. So with Cavs down by 5, 84-89, after rebounding a Derrick Rose miss, they get to a half-court set. Iman Shumpert, he drops it down to LeBron James in the post of the left corner. Bron turns around in the triple threat, jab step on Jimmy Butler, pulls up mid-range bucket. Easy money with about 4:23 left in the fourth quarter. Score is now 86-89. Bulls still lead as they try to hold on to their lead, but the Cavaliers, they end up getting the ball back after forcing a shot clock violation. So running to the other side of the court, Kyrie Irving, he kicks to LeBron James at the right elbow at this time. Still got Jimmy Butler on him, but he hit another jab step on Jimmy Butler at the right elbow. Pull up, cash. A little bit over 3 minutes left in this ball game. Score is now 88-89. That's 2 back-to-back buckets from LeBron James. This is a crucial moment because the game is coming down and the Cavs are trying to make a comeback. So fast forward to the game, Derrick Rose, he gets fouled and takes care of business at the line, knocking down both free throws, giving them a 3-point lead, 91-88, with about 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. There's a couple empty possessions on both sides of the ball. Kyrie Irving, he missed the 3. Derrick Rose missed the layup. And going back to the Cavaliers, now they have possession of the ball with about 2 minutes, 32 seconds left on the clock. Cavs are still down, 91-88. All right, so stick with me here. Bron is at the top of the key. He's trying to create. He takes a screen from Tristan Thompson, drives to the right, and kicks it out to J.R. Smith for a 3-pointer. Knocked down, cash. Score is now tied, 91-91 after J.R. Smith's 3, and the Bulls take a timeout with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. So jumping ahead, coming back from the timeout, Derrick Rose, he draws a foul on Kyrie Irving. He goes to the line, but he misses one of the free throws and only makes 1. So the Bulls, they have a 1-point lead now, 92-91, with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So after the free throws, it's more crucial moments that ended up with more empty possessions. Oh my goodness, what's going on? So here's what happened. We got a missed layup by both Kyrie Irving and Derrick Rose. J.R. Smith and then Jimmy Butler both missed a 3-point attempt. And after the multiple misses, we're down to 1 minute left in this ball game. So stick with me here. Here's where it gets crucial, this last minute of the ball game. 92-91. Right under a minute in the fourth quarter, Cavs, they forced another shot clock violation for the Bulls, leaving only 52 seconds left on the clock here. Now, score still is 92-91. Now, the only difference is there's 52 seconds left on the clock. And as the Cavs, they retain the possession, Jimmy Butler, he's called for a shooting foul while guarding LeBron James, and he's going up for a layup. So look at it. LeBron James, he's get to the line, he cashes in on both free throws, takes care of business, and now the Cavaliers finally take the lead, leading 93-92 with only a little bit of time left in the ball game. So the Bulls, they get possession of the ball. Derrick Rose, he passes to Jimmy Butler at a half-court set. Butler drives baseline, hard step to the rim, goes right past it, flips around, and lays the ball in. And the Bulls take back the lead 94-93 with 33 seconds left in the game. Now, this is crazy significant because Jimmy Butler got away with a travel. If you look at the replay and you look at everything going on, or you pull up the clip, you'll see he got away from the travel. He moved his pivot foot, and then from there, he took an extra step and went up with the game, but the refs did not call it. So as the Cavs get the ball back, LeBron goes in for a drive, but misses the layup with 23 seconds left on the clock. So Taj Gibson, he gets the rebound for the Chicago Bulls, and LeBron has no other choice but to foul Taj Gibson as he goes to the free throw line. So the Bulls lead by 1 point as Taj Gibson takes his free throws. Gibson, he takes care of business from the free throw line, giving the Bulls a 3-point lead, 96-93 with 23 seconds left in the game. So Cavs, they have possession again, and they inbound the ball. Brian tries to create at the top of the key. He takes a screen right by Tristan Thompson, drives middle, sees J.R. Smith running, kicks it to J.R. Smith for a 3, and he knocks it down. J.R. Smith, team swish, cashes in on another 3-pointer over Kirk Hyrant, tying the game 96-96 with 10 seconds left in this ball game. So now game is tied 96-96 with 10 seconds left in this ball game. So the Bulls, they inbound the ball starting from the opposing side of the court. They rush down the floor and call a timeout, only leaving 3 seconds left on the shot clock. So at this time, they come back from a timeout. They take the ball out on the left side of the half-court setting. Everyone is scrambling to get open. Derrick Rose, he cuts to the arc from the left corner. Delavie, he bounces it to him. Derrick Rose dribbles, uses the screen, pulls up over Tristan Thompson, and cash. He knocks it down, leaving no time on the buzzer, on the shot clock, or anything. This game is over after Derrick Rose knocks down that game-winning 3 and gives the Bulls the win, leading 99-96. So the Bulls, they ended up winning at home and taking a lead in this series with the buzzer beater. Now the series was tied 2-1. But this was a crazy moment here for Derrick Rose, a spectacular moment. You got to go check it out on YouTube, watch the highlights, whatever it is. But you'll see the great game that they had here. But all right, so we'll go ahead, pause. And we got some news for you before we get up out of here. So hang tight with us. Take a quick drop, and then we'll jump straight into the news. All right, so running back to the news on May 5th, 2022, news for the run. I needed to get a sip of water after the play-by-play and after the trip down memory lane. Man, my voice be killing me after that, but it's so fun. So let's get into it, but that's besides the point. All right, so news for the run. Luka Doncic, he joins elite company, becoming the second player ever to average at least 33 points per game in the playoffs. The only other player was the GOAT, Michael Jordan. Michael Jeffrey Jordan was the only other player to average at least 33 points per game in the playoffs. And as far as the Phoenix Suns, and a few days ago, they defended home court against the Dallas Mavericks, and they won 129-109. And the Phoenix Suns, they lead this series 2-0. But in that game, they shot a season high of 65% from the floor that set a new franchise record for their best shooting night. All right. And for Kyrie Irving, he spoke out about the NBA's top 75 list. He said, I feel like I represent the mastery of basketball. I feel like I deserve to be on that top 75 list, and simply because I'm a part of a revolutionary game. Now, for Kyrie Irving, everyone knows I'm a big Kyrie Irving fan. I may not agree with everything he says on the floor, or off the floor, I should say. I don't agree with everything he says off the floor, but, you know, when he's talking basketball, when he's playing basketball, there's no way you can just hate on this man. His basketball skill set is absolutely incredible. There's no doubt in my mind he should have been on this top 75 list. And I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer on this topic here, but Kyrie Irving is an exceptional talent. Probably one of the most elite scorers we've ever seen in the game for someone who's under 6'3". He's not even 6'3", but he can score the ball in so many ways and just as effective as a Kobe, a KD, a Mike. He's up there with those type of guys. So without a doubt in my mind, definitely should have been on that top 75 list. But he wasn't the only guy who was left off of that list. Tim Duncan was also left off of that list, just off the top of my head. But you should check out that list. It was a solid list from the top 75. There was a lot of questionable things because they put so many older generational guys on there. And obviously, you know, skill set and talent just continues to evolve more and more. But you should definitely check out that list of the top 75. And as far as Kyrie Irving, put that man on that list. He deserves it. He already got eliminated out the playoffs. You got to give him something. Give him something now. But yeah, so that's all we have for you today on our show of The Run. I greatly appreciate you tuning in with me. Appreciate your support. But be sure to continue to support even when you're done listening to this, man. Share this episode with a friend, a family member, a cousin, a brother, an aunt, uncle, anyone you know. Your man's at work. But yeah, I appreciate it. Be sure to follow us on Instagram as well at The Run Podcast. Check out my personal Instagram as well at I am Manny Wilson. But yeah, man, greatly appreciate you for tuning in. We will be back next week and so on and so on.